So welcome back. In this video we're going to actually talk about the reading. So the reading is the second most difficult paper of the exam. The first most difficult is, as we said in another video, the writing exam. Why is the reading so difficult? It's difficult because of the time limitation. You have 1 hour, that means about 60 minutes, to answer 40 questions based on 3 texts. But each text, unfortunately, is quite long. So you might actually have a text that's about 1.5 A4 pages, but most times they're even longer, close to about 2 pages. Now, the exercises that you will have to answer are of many different types. There are about, let's say, 15 or 20 types of exercises. Some of those are true, false, not given. Put the correct title for each paragraph. There's a little summary, and then there's also a small table, and it gives you words, and you will have to fill in the summary of the passage with the words given. There's also a lot of matching type of exercises. There's multiple choice exercises. There are some sentences or something like a map or a diagram, and you have to fill in different gaps. Now, those are some of the exercises. So for each text, you'll have to answer different types of exercises. Now, what you need to do in order to deal very, very well with a time limitation is practice, practice, practice. So, for example, Cambridge University Press offers about 11 to 12 practice books. There are many books that are published by other companies, also other publication companies, and you literally need to do close to 60-70 tests if you really want to take advantage of that 1 hour in the examination room. Now, when you're at home, what I always advise my students to do is have a timer and set the timer to about 20 minutes for each reading. But be careful. One of the texts is always going to be a little bit more difficult. That means that you may need, let's say, 22, 23, even 24 minutes. Although if you do go to 24 minutes, I would say be careful and stop it and go on to the next text. That's okay, because if the text is difficult, it demands more attention. However, when it's about 23 minutes, try to complete the questions quickly, go on to the other ones. The other ones will most probably be a little bit easier, and that means that you can finish maybe another one in 17, even 16 minutes. So in that way it will work, but it'll work only if you've practiced at home based on a timer. Now, the other difficult thing with the reading is the vocabulary. That's the one thing you have to work on a lot. So the texts are usually taken from academic sources, so they're quite scientific. So one of the things that I always tell my students to do, and this is, it's obligatory, and I don't actually accept any excuses when they don't do it, it's reading articles from good newspapers, and one of those is the Guardian newspaper. Now, I like the Guardian quite a lot actually. The reason is because it has so many different articles, and there's a style of writing that's quite accessible by all people from all nationalities, even if they speak English as a foreign language, obviously. And as you can see, for example, you can choose articles from so many different styles of writing and genres. So, for example, if you're interested in the UK, look at something from the UK list. Culture or lifestyle or fashion. Make it as entertaining for yourself as possible. Don't do this as a chore. Don't feel that you're doing this because you need to and your teacher has given you homework. You need to make this part of your everyday life. I always tell my students, use this, treat it like breakfast. You'll have breakfast every morning because it'll make you much more energetic for the rest of the day. If you do this every day for a quarter of an hour or half an hour, then you'll be very strong for the test. Okay, so if, for example, you have a look here at The Guardian, I'll just click on something, let's say we go to fashion, and you can read something that's light. But if you actually, let's say, click on an article down here like this, which is from the Fashion Awards, as you can see, it's, and this is exactly what I like, it's not just photographs, but it actually consists of quite a lot of writing. Now, one good thing that you could do is have an electronic dictionary which translates words into your own language. So if on another window on the internet you've always opened up, maybe you have opened up a dictionary, a very good one that works with translated languages from all over the world is Word Reference. So if you just quickly flip through those two, then you'll understand and you'll get to know more words. Don't spend too much time on looking up all the words. It's not worth it. What you really need to do here is immerse yourselves in the language. So every day read, so that you get used to reading long text and you understand the basic meaning of the text. You don't need to understand everything. Develop a feeling for the words. Is it negative? Is it a positive sentence? Is the tone ironic? Okay, because when you do the IELTS exam, what you'll have to do is scan the text very quickly, and then you'll need to find exactly the area where the exercise wants you to find the answer in, and then find the specific word or phrase. Okay, so I think that the last thing that I would have to say regarding the reading is that if you do that, obviously you'll be quite successful, I think. And I think, yeah, that would be it really. So just practice quite a lot, and I'm sure that you'll do well.